The more hits we play, the more hits we get. URLradio.net. This is Nicole. And in the studio today, we have three lovely ladies, not from the Brady Bunch, but rather from the BisMan Stilettos group. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to let you each introduce yourselves. Kind of a little bit about you, what you do,
Sure.
why you got involved with the Stiletto group.
My name is Melissa Hammond. I'm a farmer's insurance agent in Mandan, and I am one of the original members of the group.
One of the original. All right. Sally?
And I'm Sally Paulson, and I'm with the Bismarck Mandan Chamber, and I'm actually one of the originals.
All right.
And I'm Jackie Barnhart. I'm actually from Mandan. I work with advertising for promotional products, and I just started about a year ago.
All right. So, everybody is wanting to know, what is the BisMan Stilettos group?
The Stiletto group is a group of professional women in the Bismarck-Mandan area, and we get together and we focus on service projects. So we raise money once a year. We have one big fundraiser that we'll talk about later on, but we take that money and we put it right back into the community. With the exception of one purchase, which is stiletto t-shirts, every penny of the money that we raise goes back into local charities.
Okay. And what kind of, you want to talk about some of the charities or some of the things that you guys have been involved with?
Sure. We've got one pretty, a standing commitment to Heaven's Helpers, which is
Okay.
the soup kitchen on Thursdays. And then our largest thing that I think we've done, the biggest project, has been for the Charles Hall Youth Home for the girls. So we redecorated, painted, kind of made a room downstairs for them to kind of hang out and have fun, and that was really fun for us. And what have
We worked with Welcome House.
Welcome House.
That was one of our first projects. We went in, and Brenda Creedeman, who is the director there, fantastic. A lot of people know Brenda. She didn't have a space to be. She literally was like putting papers on the refrigerator and the countertops, and we went in there and made her an office. So we created a space for her. We sponsored a bedroom there. We've done a few things with them. We sponsored Christmas 2 years in a row for the kids that are there. We just do lots and lots of things within the community.
Okay. And so how long have you guys been around? What's the history of the Stilettos group?
It was formed in the fall of 2012, so we're still in our infancy stages, but we've actually done a lot of things for being as young as we are, and our group continues to grow. I think as we get out there more, there's more professional women out there looking for ways to, spend their time. We're all busy, so it has to be something that really sings to somebody or talks to them. And I think this group does that mainly because we are all women, and we have the time looking to commit.
Okay.
So
One of the best parts about the group is we are growing. We originally started with 7 to 8 original members, all of which are still in the group. The idea is that if everybody in the group can give 1, 2, 3, 4 hours to something, we can get it done. So generally, we pick a project we work for 1 week, and if everyone can give those 2 to 3 hours, we can get a whole lot done.
Okay. So every month you do a project, or how often do you do a project, or how's that?
Every quarter we do a project.
quarter.
And what we do as members, we are consistently looking for projects. Everyone kind of keeps their ears open. Then we have one solid meeting where the majority comes, we present these projects, and then we decide what we want to do. And the way that we decide is whatever the bulk of the group decides, we vote. So majority rules is the way we do it.
Okay. And how often do you guys meet?
We meet as needed.
Actually, Saturday mornings, but
Yeah.
summertime we're pretty busy, so.
Well, and we used to meet, when we were a smaller group, it was every other week, every other Saturday. And then it got to where it was a little bit of a social thing, which is fine too, but some people don't have the time to do that on Saturday morning. So we decided that we would start meeting as we needed to meet. We didn't want to have repeat meetings and the same conversations over and over again. So I would say on average, we're meeting once a month.
once a month, yeah.
On a Saturday morning.
And how did you get the name Stilettos? Did you model after, is there other groups throughout the United States, or?
We would love to have other groups. We don't now. What we originally had a stiletto race at the time. It was for my agency, the Melissa Hammond agency. We were strongly encouraged to raise money for March of Dimes. I am not an athletic person, so I'm not going to do any kind of golf tournament or anything. So I came up with the stiletto race, and that group of women is where the original 7 came. We all participated in that race, and then the next year it wasn't the Hammond agency race, it was the stiletto race.
Okay.
So I've given that up professionally, and now we're doing it as a group.
Okay, wonderful. And who else is involved? You don't have to be blonde to be involved. You're just blonde here today, right?
That's
No,
funny.
just women.
Yeah, it is women exclusive.
It is women exclusive, yes.
No men who prefer heels are allowed.
Not
or-
yet.
for the
We're
race,
open,
they
I
did.
guess, but
We
yeah.
did have a male winner last year.
Did you?
Dr. Kirk Blackwood with Indy Life
Oh,
Spa
yep.
was our winner last year. So I believe this year we've decided unless we get 5+ men that want to run, we're going to take it back to a female race only. If we get more than 5 guys that want to run, we'll do a separate thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We go
I
ahead.
was going to say the best part was the first year that we did it, we had Senator Heidkamp there to kind of kick us off, and her son ran. And he had big fluffy slippers that he then duct taped to stilettos and ran the race.
He was
and,
fast.
and he did very well. So
And where do you guys? Well, I guess we're going to get into that in a little bit, so we'll save on that. What else? We talked about who you are and how you got started and that kind of stuff. What are some other important things that people should know about you guys?
Well, I think one of the things is that all of our members come from all sorts of different places in their life, different careers. We're not set into one area, so it's nice to have a good group of women who, again, want to spend their time doing something worthwhile. And we've got doctors, and we've got entry level people, we've got CEOs and owners, and everybody in between. So it's nice to have a good, diverse group of women.
Well, and on that same topic, one of the things that I like to talk about when I talk about Stiletto is we don't talk business. As an insurance agent, I obviously do lots of networking and that kind of thing. This is not that.
Okay.
Everyone, we know what everyone does. We've never, ever sat down and said, let's talk business and how can we support each other. We do support each other, but we don't talk business ever. We come there's a project, there's a service that we're trying to accomplish, and that's what we do. It's not any more than a service project.
And we always try to focus on something that's not well known, something that, like just last month we paid for a girl to go to prom because she couldn't afford prom. So,
Okay.
Right.
yeah.
We're always kind of looking for those kinds of things, and not to take away from the bigger projects, but a lot of those things, a lot of those groups get grants and they get those kinds of monies, and they get lots of contributions. We're a lot of the time looking for the smaller guy that's overlooked.
Right,
When
it kind of
comes to
falls
those
through the
grants.
cracks.
Right.
And maybe we're trying to fill a niche that maybe is not being filled at this time.
And we only do local. That's another thing.
Right.
We only do Bismarck Mandan. There's needs all over. We get that, but we only do Bismarck Mandan.
Okay. And do you have a usual meeting place or anything?
We don't. We used to. We had a spot that we met every week, and we decided because so many of these businesses were good to us in terms of making those donations that we should spread that breakfast money. That
Spread
seems
the love.
silly. But when we get together, we do usually eat and drink and do whatever. So we decided that we would go to those places that have supported us. So we do.
Like local coffee shops, tea places, things
Right.
like that,
Right.
breakfast.
One of our members owns the Cappuccino on Collins there in Mandan, and often when we don't have something set, Tara will open it up and they've got music in there, and it's just kind of a fun little place to be.
All right. Well, hang right here. We'll be back with these ladies right after this message. The more hits we play, the more hits we get. URLradio.net. We're back with the BisMan Stiletto ladies. Woo-hoo. And let's talk a little bit more. We're going to talk about your big event that's coming up, but let's talk a little bit more on especially that room you guys did for Charles Hall. What was all involved in that?
That was Sally's project. She presented it to the group, and she completely headed that up. Sally, you want to talk a little bit about what we did?
Well, the room was like I said, it was downstairs, so it was really dark. But the room was like long and narrow, and everything was white and very sterile, and just not much in there at all. And we knew just from talking to one of the ladies with Charles Hall that the kids weren't utilizing this space at all. They were all upstairs, which meant, fighting over who gets to watch what on the TV or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we wanted really to make that room theirs. So we went through, painted it some really cool colors. We bought them a flat screen TV. All of our members donated movies for them to watch. We bought them a couch and a love seat and new curtains and wall hangings. And one of our members is very, very handy. She made them a TV stand that they could put in, and then she also brought in a nice storage unit for them to put stuff in. And it looked like a completely different room. The girls loved it. They couldn't wait to get down there after we left to start using it. So that was a cool thing.
They sent us handmade thank you cards, which, a lot of times when you do these service projects, you never know you feel good when you leave, but you never know if it really made the impact you want. To get all those handmade cards, we had, like 10 of them, that these girls sat down and handmade and sent to us. That made us feel really good.
You guys should go have a hangout night with them where you go and have a movie night down
That would
there
be
in the
fun.
room or something like that.
That's a great idea. We should do that.
Pitch that to them, and that'd be kind of cool. Just kind of like a mentoring hangout.
For sure.
Yeah, like a non...
Future stiletto girls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I like it.
And they were great girls. They couldn't wait to get down there and take a look after we were all done because they kind of kept it a secret from them.
Okay.
So they wanted
like
to
those
kind of
TV
do
shows.
Yes, kind of like a reveal to the girls and then to the 2 executive directors at Charles Hall. So it was really kind of a cool project and
really and truly, with the exception of Carlene, she's our handy dandy lady. She put about 12 hours into that, but everyone for the most part put in their 3 or 4 hours, and we got it done. The first night we came in, we took all the furniture out. Everybody, there were goals that we had to accomplish by the end of certain time periods, and everyone just kind of worked together and got it done. It was cool.
So that doesn't just need time. That project right there. How many dollars do you think was behind? I mean, we're talking furniture, we're talking movies, all that kind of stuff.
That was probably close to a $1,500 project.
Okay, and so where does that money come from? Does it come from your pockets, or?
It comes from the funds that we raise once a year at our stiletto race. So we only fundraise. We're not always looking for money. We do the one fun fundraiser, and that money carries us through the year. So depending on how much we do depends on what we're able to do.
All right, so let's lead into that then. Let's talk about what is this fun fundraiser.
It is the stiletto race. We have it every year at the 4th of July, and Melissa is the one that actually can tell you more about it. She's the one that...
Sure. I had the original race, and we did it with the street fair. Downtowners was fantastic to us, but my office is in Mandan. I'm kind of a Mandan transplant, and I am on the parade committee, so they had asked us to come there.
Just had Marlo last week talking
Did
about the
you?
parade and everything
Great.
on here.
nice.
So we pretty much kick off the parade.
We kick off the parade. The parade starts, I believe, at 9:30 or
So
9.
do you do the whole parade route?
What we do is we kick it off. We run first. We run right on Burger King, by Burger King on Main Street. And then we do have a float. We have a 5-foot stiletto heel that we've built. And the winners of the race get to sit in that stiletto and wave to the crowds. So we run, and then we all, however we get back, ATVs or cars or whatever, and we get back and we actually ride in the parade. Now, Sally was the only person last year that walked the entire, I don't know how long that thing is. It feels like forever. But she walked it in stiletto heels the entire race. Insane.
Yeah.
That's
Probably the first and last time that will happen. But it was fun.
But yes, so we kick off the parade, and then we ride through with our float.
So how far do you run?
It's a 100-yard dash.
Okay, 100-yard dash.
Yes, and we run it in heats. A lot of people talk to us about, people getting injured or getting hurt. We absolutely don't want that to happen. So we do have all of Main Street. There's plenty of room. No one touches. We've got plenty of running room, and we run it in heats. Okay. So depending on how many people we have, first, second, and third place moves on to the next race. And we run it that way until we have just a heat of winners, and then whoever wins, we do a photo finish, and it's a good time. Whoever the winner is this year, Capital City Trophy donated us a amazing stiletto trophy. It's a big gold.
It'll be a traveling trophy.
It'll be a traveling trophy. So it's at Dr. Blackwood's office now. Whoever wins gets it at their office for the entire year till we run again.
Okay, and how many people do you have participate?
Last year we had probably between 35 and 45 runners.
Wow, awesome.
This year, what we're looking for is our goal is $12,000. We want to raise $12,000. That gets us around $1,000 a month to spend on average for these projects that we do. To get that done, we have lots of headings as far as the teams that we have. What we do is we take 2 of each type of business, preferably one in Bismarck, one in Mandan. So we have the chiropractors are easy. The chiropractors that we have are Dr. Christina Kraft in Bismarck, and then we have Dr. Debbie Shep in Mandan. Both of them are members of our group. So that slot is filled. If you're a chiropractor that would want to participate or have a team, let's just find another heading. Do you do weight loss? Do you do, healthy eating? What can we put you
Blackwood
under?
has a spa. And all
Right.
that kind
The
of
two
stuff.
chiropractic spots are filled. But we have all of these headings. We can find a place for you if you want to have a team.
Okay. And the winner, you said, gets a trophy?
Yes, the winner hopefully gets tons and tons of media coverage.
And bragging rights, of
And
course.
bragging rights, for sure, bragging rights. And you get the traveling trophy in your office and a picture, and it's a good time.
All right. How can people contact you? How can people help you?
Oh, they could actually contact us. We have a Facebook page. So you can just search for BisMan Stiletto. You can call me, Sally, at 223-5660, or you can call Melissa.
Sure, you can call my office number. That number is 663-5446. A lot of people often, they go to our Facebook page and they say, oh, I didn't know so-and-so was a member. So if you go to our Facebook page and we have all of our members listed there and you recognize a face or you don't want to call me or Sally or whatever, just reach out to the person that you know, and everyone has all the details. We can get you taken care of.
Yeah.
Right, and we're always looking for more women. So if it's something you're interested in doing, definitely like our page.
For sure.
Send us a message. We would love to have more stiletto members.
I'll warn you in advance, if you like our page, one of us is going to contact you about being a member.
Yeah.
And they say you don't have to wear stilettos.
No.
No.
No, when we do our projects, we're not like hauling lumber up the stairs in our stilettos. We do often bring shoes and take a picture because that's kind of our thing.
Yeah.
But if we're completely honest, we're in stilettos about a minute and a half of each project.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are women who actually borrow other women's
Yeah.
stilettos just for the pictures because not all of us own them.
Okay. And so we talked about how they can contact you, but what ways can they, what if they can't be in the race? Can they make a donation?
Absolutely. If they want to call me, they can definitely call me 306-1574. I will make sure that we can, if they want to donate money, we're absolutely encouraging people to do that because, like I said, all of it goes right back into the community. So,
Okay. And that was Jackie there. So if you call any one of these ladies, or I bet you hit them up on Facebook and say, you know what, I can't be in the race. I'm going to be out of town on the 4th of July, but I think what you do is super cool. I'm going to send you $50 or I'm going to send you
awesome.
$100.
Would love it. And we will always be able to send you back a receipt showing that you've made that donation, and we're glad to do that.
Right. And teams are, if you do want to sponsor a team, it's $400, and then with that you get 2 runners. So even if you yourself can't participate, you could sponsor a team and, find 2 other people that would like to run under, and then your name is on the T-shirts.
Right.
So we advertise that way, too.
or we'll even find runners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can find
Sometimes
some
they don't
runners.
want to go through the headache of finding a runner. We'll definitely do that for you.
On our Facebook page now, we're obviously promoting the race. We have it listed. If you want to have a team, contact us. Or if you are an employee of someone that doesn't want to have a team for whatever reason,
But wanna run.
but you want to run, we would love to have you. Last year, I believe we had 4 spots that we didn't get filled, which means the sponsors paid for those donations, and we couldn't get both positions filled. So
We tried to at least fill one.
Right,
for
we're
'em.
trying to be proactive this year and at least have backup runners. So
Okay.
if you need a runner or you want to be a runner, please reach out to us.
All right. Well, wonderful ladies. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all that you do and having fun while you do it.
Thanks for having us.
That's
you.
the BisMan Stilettos group. Check them out on Facebook. We'll be right back with a dose of Dale right after this message.